All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our first Meet the New Members e-version session and meeting for the year, for the decade. It is our first networking opportunity in order to present our new members. It was our obligation that it was due quite a long time ago, but due to COVID, we weren't able to fulfill our commitment. So thanks to Cisco WebEx, now we can get together even in a virtual format in order to present 7 of our members of our community. We are quite happy to have you all here, to have them all here, and to have the opportunity for exchange of ideas, of presenting their businesses as well as business contacts. Without further ado, I will move on to some housekeeping rules and then to the agenda. As for the sake of the networking and presenting our community, this session is being recorded, as well as you can use it for your promotion materials as well. If you ask us, we can send you the video file, and it will long 1.5 hours, and it will have 2 sections, 2 parts. First, it will be the presentation from each of the new members, and the innovation that, thanks to Nadia, we are presenting to you all is the breakout sessions that we have organized, which means that if you have preferences to speak in a small group with either of the 7 new members, you can join that group. You have initially identified the member that you want to speak with. And then I will encourage every one of you to turn on their cameras in order to have a fantastic photo of people that are enjoying our webinar in each moment during that session. You can use your branded backgrounds or your wall of fames with certificates and awards at the back. It's up to you. And now, without further ado, I have to pass the floor to Olivier Marquette, AmCham Bulgaria President, for his welcoming remarks.
Thanks, Danny, and hello, good afternoon, everyone. So, in the name of the AmCham team, first, I'd like to wish you a happy New Year. It's still time to do it. So it's difficult, not to wish for just the end to this pandemic. So hopefully we're gonna get there. I think everyone's hopeful. We still have a couple of months, difficult months ahead of us, but I think we need to stay optimistic. So I'm personally quite impacted by this because well, I'm actually stuck in Brussels and in Belgium these days. You're not allowed to even exit the country, so no travel. I was expecting to be in Bulgaria next week, but flight got cancelled, and so anyway, I think we have to hang on. So we have a very exciting year at AmCham ahead of us, with a couple of very important events that will happen along the year. I will just name a few. We have in June, we expect to organize an event on the 3 Cs initiative, which is a multi-state initiative aiming at pushing infrastructure, energy, and digital projects in many eastern states. And so Bulgaria will be hosting a conference, and AmCham will organize it in June, and so that's going to be a very important event for us. And I think there are as well opportunities for our members to get involved in some of the projects that would happen thanks to this initiative. We also have another important event, which I don't think we still have the date, already have the date, but it's with the AmCham in Europe conference, which is sharing best practices. It's an annual conference. And then Bulgaria will host it in 2021. Actually, it was supposed to do it in 2020, but because of COVID, it was postponed. So we're gonna welcome like more than 25 CEOs of AmCham all across Europe. So I think again that will put the spotlight on Bulgaria, which is a very good thing. We also have, and it's more internal, but we have board election which are coming up, and I think everyone received the communication on that. So that's also an important milestone for us. We're going to renew half of the board. And so we're looking forward. Hopefully, we're going to be able to conclude the process with the General Assembly, which is set in March, but obviously, if COVID permits. And of course, we're going to have as well our regular events. I think in terms of a webinar, the change of administration in the US obviously is important for us at AmCham. It seems like there will be a restart to the US and the EU transatlantic relationship. So I think it's something which overall is a positive thing. Ambassador Mustafa actually was in her previous life or position. She has been working with Biden, so she knows Mr. Biden pretty well. And I'm sure she's going to have some insights on what to expect from this presidency. And obviously, in Bulgaria, we're also in an electoral year. So, I think everyone has its eyes. It's going to be the first time that actually, first time in many years, and maybe not the first time ever, but the government goes at the end of its mandate. And so let's see what comes. I think as AmCham, and I'm sure it's the same with all companies, our member companies. So we work with all elected parties. So we're looking forward to engaging with the new administration as well when they come. Now to the agenda of this event. So we're very pleased to actually welcome 7 new members in this event. So I will name them. So it's BizPortal, HPE by Selectium, and so I saw Iravan here. So I'm very glad to see you, Iravan. I mean, welcome back. Iravan has been a very important board members in AmCham. So very glad to see you today, Iravan. We have HR consulting partners, Noble Graphics, PIM Prima, Orbico Bulgaria, and Schreiber Foods Bulgaria. So with that, without further ado, I will hand over back to Danny, and let's have this short presentation. I will ask you to keep it short. I mean, we have 7, and then we'll have time for a bit of a virtual networking. Thank you, and have a good event.
That's right. Thank you very much, Olivier. Thank you very much for having you here for the opening remarks. We appreciate your support for this consecutive event. So, as Olivier said, we've got 7 companies indeed. Please present your companies. We have listed you in alphabetical order. So we will start with letter A. We don't have a company with starting with letter A, but Andrei is from BizPortal. Andrei, welcome to AmCham Bulgaria, and you have the opportunity to test how the Meet the New Members Party can be conducted in a virtual environment. The floor is yours.
Well, thank you, and thanks everyone for joining this event. It's a shame we can't do this live, but unfortunately, this is the situation right now. So my name is Andrei. I'm one of the co-founders of BizPortal. Our company was founded 7 years ago in 2014, and our primary field is we basically work with the extraction and processing of data, and more specifically, one of our most niche products is extracting and processing data related to public contracts. So basically public procurement data. And we do this in more than 60 countries, basically most North America, most of South America, Europe, and many Asian countries, as well as Australia and New Zealand. So what we do is we monitor, apart from daily current open tenders, we also extract on a daily basis every awarded contract in those countries. We put them in a single format. We process this data. There's more than 50 steps in this process. We put them in a single format, and then we sell this data to various clients. Now the applications are mostly and our biggest clients are from credit rating agencies, such as, for example, Moody's. And obviously the applications with that data, they're quite obvious for them. Other applications are, we also recently started exploring the alternative data market, which is to say that this data can be used by investment managers, mostly in the US, some in the UK, to use this data and for trading, to find signals and alpha signals and trade with this data on the public markets. How we do this is we map all the contracts to all awarded contracts to specific to all publicly listed companies. So we know that over 8,000 publicly listed companies, and we know every single contract that they have been awarded in the last 10 years. And this is a very interesting information for many investment managers. Let's just say that. Apart from the procurement data, we also extract corporate data. This is all done from public sources such as trade registries and various other agencies. And this is just a complementary product that we also sell to the credit rating agencies, some data vendors, and so on. Other applications, another kind of side product that we also have from the public procurement data is that we monitor the current opportunities. We also, apart from the current opportunities, we can predict with fairly good accuracy upcoming procurement, upcoming tenders. So let's say we can say that again with reasonable accuracy we can basically predict big tenders in various countries, and this is again used by mostly big companies, mostly from Western Europe and from the US. All our clients are, or most of the clients are based in Europe and the US. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really want to bore you with more details, and please feel free in the session afterwards to ask me any questions.
Definitely. There will be opportunity for our members, your colleagues at the AmCham, to address you during the breakout session, which is dedicated to each of the new members, as we introduce it at the beginning. So, Andrei, many thanks for the...
Hey, sorry, if I may, Danny, sorry to interrupt, but Andrei, when you say predict tenders, I mean, can you elaborate? What does it mean? I'm not sure I follow exactly what, how you can do that, or what this is about.
Well, yeah, that's quite interesting. Let's say we have a lot of tenders that are so-called framework contracts that last for a certain period of time. It's not as, you know, we don't just buy a single product or single service. It goes for a couple of years. Before this contract ends, we monitor all those framework contracts or contracts that last for, let's say, over 6 months or over a couple of years. So a good example would be we also do this for one service. We also sell the service to our client Moody's. So let's say a certain ministry in the UK or a big government institution is looking for data from companies like Moody's. This contract will be done for a couple of years. You know, it's multi-year contract. So a couple of months before this contract is terminated, we kind of alert our clients, okay guys, so let's say S&P has been awarded this contract in the past. This contract will expire in 6 months. You know, it's very likely that this will be continued. So you can prepare for this one. And apart from that, we also monitor what is called in a lot of countries, before an actual tender is put in place, is announced, there is a lot of research done. So before the tender, they do some, like in different countries it's called differently, but they do, let's say an RFI or a request for more information. So when a government agency is, let's say, researching the impact on what will happen if you build a new nuclear plant somewhere, you can expect that there's probably going to be a tender on that. Same goes for infrastructure, roads, or pretty much any big contract. I'm just giving a couple of examples of how we can do that and how we can follow on this information.
Thanks, Andrei. That's clear. Thank you.
Andrei, it looks like you have invented some part of the crystal ball for each business that would like to have in order to be of some sort of an edge of advancement before their competition and to bring some transparency to the public procurement, for example. Many thanks for your presentation.
Thank you.
And looking forward to have some joint projects together. Let me just mute a couple of people, and then we will continue alphabetically. Iravan, hello.
Hello, Dani. Nice to see you.
Good to see you again, and as well, because you have served a long time for the AmCham board, and you're a great friend of the AmCham community. So we are quite happy when you fill the application of HP operated by Selexium to join or rejoin the AmCham community, which is an excellent opportunity for us. I'm seeing Mario Garbeshkov as well, and Mirella from your team to be part of this session. And now I have to pass the floor to you to present your company. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. So nice to see Olivier and Peter and everybody from AmCham team. It's really I'm very happy to be back in the family. So you know HP since very long, so I will not go in detail about HP. Currently in Bulgaria, we have Hewlett-Packard Bulgaria operated Hewlett-Packard Enterprise operated by Selexium. So I'm representing this company, but we have also HP has its global delivery center, and you have Mario, who is managing the Hewlett-Packard Enterprise Global Delivery Center in Bulgaria. So just to be very short, first of all, Hewlett-Packard Enterprise is a company which has been established in 2015 when Hewlett-Packard Corporation decided to split into two companies, HP Inc., the company which is focused on consumer business, laptops, printers, consumables, and Hewlett-Packard Enterprise, the enterprise business of the corporate business. So 2 years later, we realized that it was a quite successful model. So Hewlett-Packard Enterprise further split into 3 companies. So Hewlett-Packard Enterprise remained the main company with focusing on infrastructure, and the other, like enterprise services, which was outsourcing, moved to and merged with CSC and become DXC. And our software division merged with Micro Focus and become Micro Focus. So from Hewlett-Packard Enterprise, from Hewlett-Packard to Hewlett-Packard, you have already 4 companies. So nevertheless, HPE is trying to be very agile and very, I would say, competitive, because we realize that in the market, sometimes the big size does not help. Even it makes us how to say, very slow and not agile. So HP decided to test a different model 2.5 years ago. So we invite McKinsey and Deloitte, so they make evaluations. So they decided to test a different model. We call it franchise 2.0 or outsourcing. So they outsource the P&L and the sales and go-to-market office to an external organization, which should act as a financial institution, but the entire know-how, customer partner ecosystem should stay as it is. So we moved to this new company, which is in Bulgaria. It's called Selexium. So this is our legal name. So we are Selexium Bulgaria. Of course, our brand is Hewlett-Packard Enterprise operated by Selexium, and we are only allowed to present and to speak on behalf of Hewlett-Packard Enterprise. So for our partners and for our customers, nothing changed instead of just legal naming. So we are keeping the same. So currently, just to say this model gave us a lot of flexibility. First, we were able to invest in strategic areas. We were able to to adapt our partner and distribution ecosystem, we were able to make promotions and different sales campaign, which in the past, when we were part of a large organization, it was very tough to get all this approval and to get all these resources. And due to this, the model became very successful. So for the last 2 years, we were growing approximately 25% year over year. So it was really very successful. Even in COVID situation, we were even more successful. Yes, we had some tough quarters in March and April, but then especially in the second half, we were able even to double the business. And we doubled the business not because of demands. Yeah, there were demands, but I believe the main purpose for this was our flexibility. So just to give you a comparison, if you go to Apple, for example, or to Netflix, you realize that the offering which you see in the country usually are not the same offerings which you see in the States or in the big countries. And the reason for this is because the corporation doesn't has enough resources to invest in smaller markets. So for time being, they decide to postpone some products or to postpone some services. So in order HP not to enter into this market, this was the purpose they tried to look for this alternative model or model. And because of this, we were able to invest the right resources in the markets. So I believe this gave us flexibility. So this was the change. The rest is the same. So we're presenting, and we have the entire team of Hewlett-Packard Bulgaria, which was presenting, moved to the new organization. So we are the same. Of course, now we are much more flexible, and we have this financial background, which is sitting and helping us. So very similar model. It's not only for HP. Software companies has it already. So similar model has Symantec, Veritas. Apple also are moving into such area. And last but not least, we started this project 2 years ago with 6 countries, actually with 8 countries, 4 in Europe and 4 in Africa. Now HP is going to expand this further in other regions. So it seems that it's a quite successful model. So they're further developing. And by this, HP is able to focus as a corporation in the really big markets itself, and the mid-sized market and small markets, they to find a different model. So just to summarize, so if you think for a sales organization, from one side you have a corporate customers or corporate countries. These are the big, usually 20 biggest countries worldwide, and the rest, small and medium business, you do it a different way. So we are here just really to be more agile to the Bulgarian markets. So that's very briefly the change which you have experienced from 2 years ago.
Many thanks, Iravan. Indeed, sounds fascinating, and you got the role to prove your championship in terms of transformation and digital innovation. Again, glad to have you here back, and looking forward to have joint projects, and your expertise is more than welcome in our community and our committees as well. All right, we are moving to a company which is number 3 in our list. We've got 2H, HP by Selection, and now we've got HR consulting partners. It is not a coincidence that in the first 3 of the companies, we've got 2 people that have a long history track with AmCham. This is Zlatina Kushkieva, who is among our HR champions. And now with her own business, she joined the AmCham community more than a year ago. So Zlatina, hello and welcome back.
Thank you very much, Danny.
The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. My name is Zlatina, and I'm happy to see faces I've known and have seen for the last. I haven't seen you guys physically for the last, I don't know, 9 months. And also faces of some of the companies that we service. Yes, I've been with the AmCham as one of the co-chairs, the HR committee for the last, I think, more than 10 years. So it's quite a lot of time. and I'm really honored to have that post. I joined HR Consulting Partners in approximately 2 years ago. That was founded by Joanna, and we will have Joanna also presenting our company. So, and because we are in consulting and we are in HR, we also have a presentation that we wanted to show you. Not so much text, but we have it. We're gonna show it to you. With that, I'm giving the floor to Joanna just to say a couple of words about herself, about her business, and then I'll pass it over to me. Yo.
Thank you very much, Zlati. Just to make sure that our presentation, short but nice, is visible to everyone. Hello, everybody. My name is Joanna Yordanova. I'm, as Zlati mentioned, the founder and the other managing partner of HR Consulting Partners. We were established in 2017. So this is already our 4th year of operations under this brand, and we are 100% women-owned enterprise, which we're something that we're proud of. So a few words about Hrcp. First of all, this is a project about mainly passion and entrepreneurship that gathered a team of great professionals who were driven by the idea of delivering high-end services the way we see it and the way we believe that brings value to our customers. So this is how to say the core of our nature and being HR consulting partners. And we are really honored being part also of AmCham. This is the 2nd consecutive year, yes, of our membership in the chamber, and we're really excited about the opportunities to present ourselves officially to all the members who shared their time today with us. Very few words about our services. We are trying to provide a full scope of HR services that are mainly that companies tend to outsource to consultants like us. I'll start with recruitment services. We are mainly into mid to senior level recruitment, not limiting ourselves in certain industries, but we don't have, let's say, expertise in blue-collar positions. Also, we're handling HR and payroll, HR administration and payroll outsourcing projects. We are serving different companies and a total of more than 1,000 employees already. We're providing also training and development programs to external companies. And last but not least, something that is branded differently, not under the name of Hrcp, we are providing corporate employer wellness programs under the other brand that we have. This is Matter Corporate Wellness, but I'll give the floor to Zlati in a while to share more. A few words summarizing the past year, which I believe was very difficult for all of us. For our business, I'll be honest, it was a very difficult year, but we managed to sustain important partnerships that helped us go through all the challenges that we had, and also to gain some new partners and some new projects. One of them is for the World Bank Group and their shared services center here in Sofia. We are supporting them for recruitment of different positions and in different areas. And also something very exciting that happened in this past year. We became, just a second. We became part of MPA Worldwide. This is a global recruitment network that gives the opportunities to companies like ours that are at this stage locally presented to have access to partners in other countries, so we can serve companies that are not present in Bulgaria, and we can have cross-country recruitment partnerships and projects that I can say, and I believe it gives us much wider scope of operations. A few interesting things maybe that Zlati can share on the training and development part. So I'll give the floor to her, and yeah, Zlati, can you please?
Thank you, Joanna. Well, we cooperate with our clients in the area of improving HR processes or HR audits to have a snapshot of the situation and identify maybe risk areas. We also will cooperate with companies on design of their leadership development programs and delivery of the leadership development programs. And as Joanna mentioned, we have a separate brand for employee wellness programs. That's called You Matter Corporate Wellness. You Matter Corporate Wellness is a one-stop shop for everything that employers do in the area of supporting their employees' wellness. In terms of physical wellness, career wellness, emotional wellness, or mental health and financial wellness. Some of our clients that we have served in the past years, in the past 4 years, and we are proud to say that we have managed to retain the clients with which Joanna started working 4 years ago. So as partners, you can show the slide with some of the logos of our clients. Musala, Soft, Baumed, Costal, Lufthansa Technique. I saw. I saw a representative of Scale Focus, one of the founders there in our meeting. Scania, Genius Sports, and so forth. This is us in a nutshell. We have prepared for everyone who will join our virtual room a session for developing your own, your personal work-life balance card. So if you join our room, you will have the opportunity to develop your own work-life balance card. It's just still the beginning of the year, and typically people think about that on New Year's Eve. What is it that they want to change? Thank you very much for the time.
Thank you very much, Zlati and Joanna. Thank you so much for having you all in the AmCham community. And the teaser that you have said about your breakout sessions seems quite tempting for many of the participants, but quite few can enjoy it. And they can probably jump at your contacts and reach out for you. All right. We mentioned that we've got some of our leaders that have been back at the AmCham community, and we've got a list of brand new companies for us, at least, but not for the markets that they operate in. That's the case of Noble Graphics. I said that Yerevan is a digital champion. It's quite a cliche, Yerevan, but that's a fact. And Noble Graphics probably are champions in their field of expertise. And without further ado, I would like to welcome Samuel to present themselves. But before that, I would like to extend one gratitude from the AmCham team and for their support and participation of the rebranding process. If you allow me, your proposals shocked us in a positive way, if I may say so, because of creativity, because of vision, because of ideas that you have presented to us, and probably soon we will reveal, if you allow us, some of them when we are going to present our final pickup for our brand. But now, Samuel, the floor is yours, and glad to have you all in.
Thank you very much, Danny. It's a great honor to be here with all of you, all the members of AmCham. Today, I'm not alone in our presentation into the AmCham community. I'm here with Chevdar Kinarov, who is our creative partner and founder of Noble Graphics, who was brave enough 20 years ago to form this I would say, not only enterprise, but creative community that is now thriving and building creative services that I believe, and I can sign with my name on that, that one of the best at the market, and not only. We have prepared as well a short presentation of ourselves. Chavo, if you say some words, just hello.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you all.
With some of you, we know each other. With some of you, no. Really, we're very happy to be among you. So I'll start with our presentation right now. Just to give you a brief knowledge about what we do, actually. So yes, we're Noble Graphics. And as you can see, with a small signature under our logo, we're a TBWA affiliate partner here in Bulgaria. What that means is that we're an independent creative and strategic marketing agency, communication agency, but we're the representatives of this big conglomerates, communication conglomerates on our market. So some of the inquiries that, for example, may come to the big company of the AmCham Group, TBWA, might be redirected to us. So without further ado, I would say some words about why we are here and why it was important to us to join this community. First of all, we're proud to be able to call ourselves Noble for short. So if you want to say that you had a meeting with Noble Graphics, you can do it as Noble, but not only because we believe that nobility is important, but we had always tried to be guardians of this quality when we do business. And that is the reason we are quite happy to be part of the family of AmCham, and because we believe here there are companies that are gathering in itself virtues as progress, lawfulness, innovation, prosperity. All these, we believe, are very important, first of all, to have common understanding between us, and after that, to be part of a community that is actually eager to bring progress and betterment to the communities we're operating. So after that, I would say and give you a brief introduction about the history of our enterprise. As I said before, Noble Graphics is a strategic and creative marketing communications agency with particular focus on developing working business solutions to its partners and clients. And I believe it may sound like a cliche, but you'll see after that for our work is not only creative, we need to be workingly creative in terms of efficacy to the companies we're working on, because communications is not only about ego, it's about business results. And I would say that it's a great occasion to meet you all here right now, because 2021 is a very important milestone for us. Actually, these are 20 years of service to good ideas that we have. And I believe this makes us the most experienced independent agency on the market. But Noble is not only an agency. Noble is actually an interesting place. As I said before, we believe we're a home and a common belief for a team of 35 people dedicated themselves and dedicated their talent and skills to groundbreaking and effective work that actually transforms the market and sets the trends for future betterment, not only to our company and to the industry that we're working on, but to betterment in the society as a whole, because advertising and communications work in context, and the context we're living in more than ever needs these efforts to force ourselves to make things better and to provide better solutions and better services to the people we're working in and to the people who are affected by our work. And for all these 20 years, Noble has been predictable, sustainable, even though there were crises and stuff like that, and obstacles on our way. We managed to provide quality of our services provided to our partners without being affected by these turbulences. So all these things in these 20 years combined that our team has more than 100 years in advertising in terms of experience. And after that, after this statement, I would give you actually another outlook of how our work is being perceived by our peers. which is exactly the advertising and marketing professionals from all over the world who puts us among the best in the world. Most recently, actually, Noble was awarded by the prestigious Advertising and International Marketing Index TopFIS to be among the top 70 agencies in Europe. In the whole history of the agency, we have received more than 200 international and local honors and awards. But it's very important to point out that our agency is actually the only one in Bulgaria that has a nomination at the Cannes Lions Advertising Festival, which is the most prestigious one in the world, where all the gurus from all over the world are gathering together in France for 1 week in the summer. Hopefully this year there would be a festival as well, but we're still keeping our fingers crossed. So apart from that, we have Crest Awards, Epica Awards, Eurobest Awards, Golden Drum Awards. All these are awards that I believe puts us and gives us recognition that we're particularly proud of. But apart from that, we have been recognized from our local peers as well. We've been 3 times Agency of the Year at the local creative festival, FARA, if you know it. But the most delightful thing is that Noble is actually the most effective agency in Bulgaria 3 times. And after our awards in 2018, we were put in the top 20 of the most effective agencies in Europe. As I said previously, it is absolutely important to us to provide not only creative solutions, but to provide creative business working solutions that gives you results at the end of a campaign or a project that you execute with us. And that is exactly when it comes to the FE Award, so that you can see the number of awards that we have till now. And hopefully Monday, which is the 1st of February, there will be the awards for 2020. We have 8 shortlists out of 8 entries. So we smile and we hope for the best that we might be acknowledged as the best and most effective agency again this year. And we'll share the news with you as our members, as our family in AmCham. But all these acknowledgements that we have from our peers in the industry is actually a very important part of our long-term partnerships that we would like to present to you right now. So these things were an important deal breaker for all the multinational companies that have been working and have been caring about their communications and advertising in the last 20 years. And they have put a lot of trust and confidence in cooperation in our work till now. So I would just give you a brief introduction to some of our clients because we have a lot, but we truly cherish the long-lasting partnerships, and we do try to do our best to give them our best effort to support this. So we've been working with Carlsberg Group and all of their brands for 18 years. We've been working with the Coca-Cola company, a founding member of AmCham as well, for 10 years. We've been working with Deska Bank till now for 10 years. We've been working with Kaufland Bulgaria for 4 years, Audi for 8 years in the past, now BMW for 10 years till now. And of course, SAP, the big technological giant, for some of their campaigns in Germany in the previous year. For Johnson & Johnson Russia, in the past as well, we have been working for several years, and for DHA as well in the beginning of the history of Noble Graphics. But this is very important. You can see now that we have been working with big companies, the companies that most of the agencies on the market would only dream of working with. But we need to point out that all these clients have been our, I don't know how to say, but the kick of confidence that we have always needed to be an agency of 35 people right now and to grow. Because in 2001, I believe Noble Graphics was formed like a creative studio boutique, but with the first big contract and with the first particular part of truths that we have earned from the Coca-Cola company, we managed to grow to become what we are right now. So to summarize and to show you what actually Noble Graphics is and about what you can rely on our services, I would give you a brief introduction of what we do. So first of all, you can always rely on us for strategic brand planning, positioning, and consultancies when it comes to your companies and how you want to position themselves in terms of your target audience. On the other hand, you can always rely on marketing communication campaigns, advertising campaigns, their amplification, and putting it live. So this is maybe the most important service that we can provide you, the big creative service that the agency is doing for all of these clients that we have listed previously. Of course, we do brand identity design and print production when it comes to how you look. Digital campaigns and advertising are something that is inevitable in today's world, so we can always support you on that. Of course, digital media planning and performance when it comes to the numbers and what actually is doing a campaign to you and what are the effects of it as well. And part of our business that is affected right now, but we try to manage and to find solutions that work for our clients as well, is event management and production and the planning of events as well. And last but not least, which is very important, video production and management when it comes to corporate videos, advertising campaigns, TV spots, digital spots, and whatsoever. So if you have any further questions or you would like to have more information about what we do, you can always check it on our website. You can always reach out at us. Our contacts are at our website. My mail is and contacts is as well over there. So we'll be more than happy to be, as we say, effectively yours when it comes to communications and advertising. Thank you.
Many thanks, Samuel. Indeed, I'll use another cliche that you are having quite a heavy presentation in terms of precious metals that you enlisted in slide number 7, gold, bronze, silver, etc., and the stars and the golden lions that you have depicted on the slides are true evidence of your work. We're quite happy to have you in our community. Many thanks for the presentation that you have just delivered. And dear all, before moving to Orbico Bulgaria, I'd like to just give you a few hints about the breakout sessions. Probably you have seen that you have a menu on the top left side of the screen, and there is one saying breakout sessions. Soon you'll be able to click on it, but don't test it while we have the coming presentations, and you'll pick the member that you would like to chat with. And I have to advise you that you will have 15 minutes to be stuck with that particular company and to chat with, and afterwards you can jump from one session to another. But for those 15 minutes, you will be bonded with them, sharing expertise and sweet talks or business talk, it's up to you. We will be moderators, the AmCham team there, and will support the conversation. And now, as previously announced, Orbico Bulgaria. We've got Monica and Gabriela. I don't know who of you who is orange and gray and red sweaters, but anyway, present yourself, present the company. Glad to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you. So the orange one, it's Gabriela. Gabriela Koleva, nice to meet you. I'm head of finance in Orbico Bulgaria, and my colleague is Monica Tosheva. She's a PR manager in the company. With some of you, we know each other for many years, so in a way, it's a very big pleasure for me to have brought together with Monica Orbico in the AmCham family. For those who didn't hear about Orbico and don't have much information, we are part of Orbico Group, which is a Croatian-based entity, and actually we operate like in the logistic services, like distributors. We're one of the largest in Europe, distributors of different kinds of brands in the FMCG sector. So like Philip Morris, Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, and some others. We have prepared some presentation for you, just to like a very quick, just to have like a recap on the main numbers, and we're happy to answer the questions after with there. So.
Thank you, Gabi. Hello, everyone. Like Gabi mentioned, my name is Monica Tosheva. I am a PR manager in Breakout Bulgaria for 1 year. And we want to say that we were waiting for this meeting for so long because we joined to AmCham in the middle of 2020, but unfortunately, because of the situation, it is not possible to see all of you on live, but I hope that we'll have that chance soon. And we'll be very happy to share with you our presentation and to see more details about our company, Hrcp. So, do you see the presentation?
It takes a while sometimes.
Yes,
depends on the connection. Yeah. Now it's on.
Always good. So, like Gabi said, Hrcp Bulgaria is part of a big family, Hrcp, which is a leading company in the logistic and FMCG sector. We are operating from Baltic Sea to the Black Sea, and we are happy to be on the second place in the group. Bulgaria is very important country in our group. You can see the map over here. Some Hrcp facts. We have 3 important divisions. We have also 30 years experience. We are working with leading brands, and we have more than 7,400 customers, which is a big pleasure, 74,000 customers. The company provides a full range of business solutions for sale, distribution, logistic, 3PL, merchandising, and now we are trying to develop our digital sector, which is very important in nowadays. And this is our owner, Mr. Branko Roglic. He's from Croatia, and he's very inspiring person. You can see some of the most important people in our company, our Hrcp group. And we are happy that we have a Bulgarian in our Hrcp group. Yes, the management. This is Alexandrina Marinova. These are some of the categories we are working. The top quality global brands across diverse categories. They are tobacco, house care, personal care, food, automotive, toys, beauty, style, and tourism. And these are our very important suppliers, which are also part of our family. We are working for years with Philip Morris, P&G, Heineken, Shell, Kellogg's, Johnson, Duracell, Bolton, Mattel, Lavazza, Spectrum, CEDC, and we are trying to make the best service for them and to be the best distributors and partner. We also have a beauty sector, and those are our suppliers of the beauty. And again, we are trying to give them the full service distribution And in Orbicu, Bulgaria, for example, at that moment, we are split, Orbicu Bulgaria and Orbicu Beauty. But from this year, we are working to become one, which will be a very important step in our company. You can see again very leading brands who are our retailers. The retailers are one of the most important part in our business. And a few words about Orbicu Bulgaria. Our clothes is delivering a difference, everyone, every day. So Orbicu Bulgaria, excuse me, I jumped one slide. Orbicu Bulgaria is based from 2003, and we are happy to share that we are working with more than 1,200 employees. Even the COVID situation, we are still looking for best people who want to work with us and to give their best. You can see some numbers who are very important, of course, for us. And like I mentioned before, this is Orbicu Beauty and this is Orbicu Bulgaria. We will become one very soon. And this is our main partners in Orbicu Bulgaria.
Only to say something additional here, as you can see, actually Bulgaria is making like almost around 600 million euro in net sales in turnover, and the whole group it's over 2 billion. So it's Bulgaria is a very important part in the group in a way. Yeah.
You can see our Orbicu Bulgaria partners. Again, most of them are similar in the group level, but we are always open for the new business and we are searching for the new opportunities. So we are very happy because our national coverage is in all of the country. Here, with the red, you can see where our own warehouses, and the centers are Sofia, Burgas, and Varna. The other ones are our rented warehouses, and we are trying to delivering the products all the time, 24 hours, exception Hrcp, of course. And it's very important to say now that from this year we are preparing and we will be moving in new logistics center here in Sofia, which will be very big one, very important, again in our Orbicu family. And we need a few seconds to jump on the next slide. So we are trying to ensure the maximum level of customers, of course, and to service and to work with them in a national coverage. This is our new modern logistics center, which will be, like I said, based here in Sofia. And I'll show you a few photos. I'll show you the center.
We will be quite happy to visit it if you have some ribbon cutting ceremony, if I understood correctly.
Yes,
exactly.
We can do selfies and or even pose in front of it.
Completely. Only to add, it will be actually it's a very modernized base, one of the biggest in the group, and we are investing a lot of thinking, design, and technology, and of course investment of money in this project. So the main aim is like to have a really very modern and very adequate capacity for the whole region.
Sure. Looking forward to have some news from Orbico on our website in order to present your business as well as each member in our community. I have to advise you that we have to stop here in order to give the opportunity for the rest two of the companies to present themselves. Your presentation will be shared to our community as a follow-up coverage of the event. Monica, Gabriela, many thanks for your presentation, and thank you for having you with us. And without further ado, I would like to welcome Mr. Nicolae Nicolov, who is CEO of PIM Prima. Mr. Nicolov, can you hear me? The floor is yours.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody, and healthy and lucky 21. We are here together with my colleague Milko, and most probably we're gonna start our presentation very soon. What the hell is this presentation? If you'd like to give me a second, I'm gonna find it somewhere. It's here.
It should be open, and then you click share.
Yeah. First of all, I have to find it. During the process of searching, I'm gonna use the time to start without it. So we are a small holding group in to IT business during last 20. Yes, we are 20 years. I shouldn't say old, but we are 20 years young company. Acting on the market through our subsidiaries into a couple of different domains. Okay, let's put it here. Okay, look at the LTD. We do have a couple of areas of competence. First of all, we are involved into. Can you see it?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, we will keep going. In IT security, we are working as a value-added distributor for Word brands, and locally on the market, what we do with our customers, we're evaluating the current status of the company. We are searching and designing a solution. If there are vulnerabilities, we deploy the solutions which is needed. In case of a public structure, public enterprise, and if this public enterprise or financial enterprise needs to comply with certain requirements, we do the audit, and at the end we show the gap analysts what have to be done more in the future, so to be able to comply with the requirements. Next of our domains is IT training. We cover quite a range of technologies. Almost everybody is using Microsoft, Cisco, Linux, cloud technologies, Azure and Amazon, and we do development, blockchain, project management, and we work mostly for the large international companies due to the fact that we are a local arm of New Horizons USA, and maybe it's good to share with you. During last year, we started quite an interesting project with Georgia, which is just across the Black Sea. And this country announced the tender financed by the European Bank with the aim to enlarge the pool of IT specialists. So they said we're gonna have another 3,000 people, and heavily to increase the IT significance of Georgia among the Asia. And actually, the Georgian Innovation Agency decided to give a chance to 3,000 people to be trained into different technologies free of charge. We managed to win that tender, and we were involved from the very beginning, marketing of this initiative of Georgian government, selecting those people willing to be trained, then of course delivering the training. During those years we do that online due to COVID-19, and then we do the assessment, and then we give them vouchers to pass the international certification exam. I am sharing that with you just to have an idea how this quite innovative country at the moment is doing that. And on the other side, we in Bulgaria, we are constantly in lack of enough specialists. Then we have another department which is concentrating their efforts corporate accounts when it comes to IT services in the area of system administration, supporting the core infrastructure. So such a companies, they devote their energy to their core business, and we take care of supporting and developing the infrastructure mostly in a fashion to downtime, to avoid downtime of the operations. Then we have a separate team heavily engaged into creating and supporting infrastructure for collecting non-structured data and big data analytics. So we take care of designing and deployment of the infrastructure ready to accumulate and process huge data and adapting technologies used by the big names in the industry. Then we have a separate team concentrating efforts into print management, namely optimizing the cost of corporate accounts when it comes to printing, scanning, copying, and that in that area. And I have to say the last is we provide solutions for a very harsh environments, infrastructure, IT solutions for the enterprises where the dust, grease, humidity, vibrations are really problematic and require a specific IT infrastructure to be in place. So we serve military, We serve oil and gas, naval. There is a great chance if you are using kiosks, outside kiosks, a great chance some of our products to hide inside. So,
many thanks, Mr. Nikolov.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Looking forward to have your presentation and to upload it on our website and share it with the rest of the membership.
Nadia is have it. So Nadia, if you could help me a little bit.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. We are running a little bit late, but since we have several digital companies, service providers, creative industry champions, now it's time to deep dive in something much more cheesy, milky, sweetie, in terms of, let's say, treat ourselves digitally with some of the most favorite products to children, and not only for them. Danko, we are glad to have Schreiber Foods with us today, and thank you very much for joining the AmCham community. The floor is yours. I know that you've got a presentation. Share it with us, and then we can mingle and go to the breakout sessions. Just unmute yourself. Just a second.
Of course.
Right.
So it's a big pleasure for me to be part of this event and finally to meet with all of you and introduce Schreiber Food. So I just prepared a short presentation so that you guys to get more familiar with what is Schreiber Food and what is Schreiber Food in Bulgaria. So I'm just sharing my screen. Hope you see the presentation now.
Yes, a very delicious one.
So, Schreiber Food is a multinational company which has been founded in 1945 in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And in 1962, the company has sold 49% of the company shares to 13 employees who were responsible for the success of the company. And since that moment, how we call to our employees in Schreiber Food, we call them partners. And we call them partners because actually all the US employees in Schreiber Food own some share of the company, and that's why they are partners. They're partners of the company. They own the company themselves. So till now, the headquarter is based still in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and today we have more than 8,000 partners all around the world. We have facilities in more than 40 countries worldwide, and we are distributing a number of different type of products to more than 95 countries all around the world. Our vision as Schreiber Food is to be the best customer branded dairy company in the world. What actually Schreiber Food is doing? So let's say that we are producing variety number of cheeses, yogurts, desserts. So we are producing more than 325,000 tons of natural cheese per year. We are number 2 cream cheese producer in US, and also we are the largest supplier of processed cheese to the quick service restaurants market. So just an example, if you go in McDonald's, Subway, you know, those fast food restaurants, all the cheeses that you see there are coming from Schreiber Foods. Also, we are supplying yogurts to the top 3 branded and producers of yogurts in the world. Also, we are producing some substitute imitation. And many other products like UHT milk, juices, some dairy powder, Burgos cheese, butter also. Where are we located on the world map? So we have 15 facilities in United States. We have one in Mexico, one in Brazil, 13 in Europe, 4 in India. And when we're talking about Europe, one of the facilities that we have is situated in Bulgaria, in Sofia, actually. And what is even more interesting, it is the production of Schreiber Foods Bulgaria is located in the center of Sofia, which is pretty strange, but that's the reality. Actually, in 2014, Schreiber Foods came in Europe and bought few plants of Danone yogurt producers, and that's how they come in Bulgaria. Actually, they bought the production facility of Danone in Bulgaria, and now they are based here in Bulgaria. Our strategic priorities. We have 4 pillars of priorities related with customer, partners, capability, and risks. Our responsibility over the is that we want our customer to be able to count on us today, tomorrow, and generations to come, and also to ensure we remain a sustainable company to come. We are focused on areas. So as I said, the 4 key areas are our people, our earth, our communities, and our food. In terms of people, what Schreiber is doing is that in the last year, our partners spent more than 53,000 hours on personal development. Regarding the earth, we are very naturally an environment-oriented company, and 98% of the waste is covered and is not waste and not diluted into the nature. So over the past 2 years, we contribute $4.4 million to community and organizations around the world, and that's how we deliver our responsibility to the community. And in terms of food, our responsibility is to take a lead role to advance food safety. On Schreiber Foods Bulgaria. So some more key figures related with Schreiber Foods Bulgaria. So we are in Bulgaria 152 partners, and 104 are additional interim partners. So overall, we are more than 250 partners working in Bulgaria. We have 12 Bulgarian milk suppliers, raw milk suppliers, and on a daily basis, we are producing more of 70 tons of raw milk. For 2018 and 19, Schreiber Foods has succeeded to produce more than 22,000 tons of yogurts. And you can imagine that we have a large range of products produced in Bulgaria. 65% of the production for is dedicated for branded customers in Bulgaria. So in our plant in Bulgaria, we are mainly producing 5 different yogurt technologies. We have around 104 different products, yogurt products. Let's say we can join them in 5 big clusters. So set yogurts go according Bulgarian government standard. Other type of set yogurts, third yogurts, which could be plain with fruits or with flavors, drinkable yogurts, and also milk with extended shelf life. And this is not a UHT milk, which normally we can see on the market, but this is a fresh milk, which is a little bit different. But on top, since 2020, Schreiber Foods started to produce one non-dairy aseptic product, which is a completely innovative technology. And this product, which is produced in Bulgaria, is the only one produced outside of India for the whole world. So actually, Bulgaria should be proud that we are producing here a completely innovative product, which nobody is producing it outside except India, because the product is coming from India, and the people who own the brand and the technology is from India also.
Danko, the presentations, your presentation is very delicious, and I have to interrupt you in some way. I don't know how much slides you've got left. It's very interesting because of the story of Schreiber Food. Can you wrap it up in 30 seconds in order to continue with the breakout session? Sorry. Thank you.
Sure. So overall, Bulgaria, we should know that Schreiber Food Bulgaria is working only with first category raw milk. I mean, the first and best in class raw milk. And main customers for Schreiber Food Bulgaria, as you can see, we split them in two: co-manufacturers and retailers. So you can see Danone, Mueller, United Milk Company, Boženci, also Billa, Penny, Lidl. Mercadona is a big retailer in Iberia, Continente, Kaufland, Fantastico. So those are, let's say, the biggest customers that we have in Bulgaria. And you can see that Schreiber Foods Bulgaria has all the possible certificates for dairy business and also environmental. So ISO 14001, ISO 22000, FSCC, FSI, IFS, GMP, and also a very important certificate related with people's safety, which is lockout tagout. So overall, that was very shortly and briefly about Schreiber Food. Hope it was interesting for you guys.
Yes, indeed, it was. Each and every presentation here from our new 7 members was very interesting and full of knowledge. And Danko, thank you very much for sharing your experience and the global impact of Schreiber Foods. And even Lotus system is very keen. It was very keen to me. Probably Olivia will support it. Lockout tagout is quite well distributed in the heavy industry and energy sector. So, dear all, now we have to go to the breakout sessions. I have to advise that currently we don't have a session with HP operated by Selection because due to another engagement, they had to leave in urgency our meeting, and they should catch up later on. So if you need to get in touch with Iravan, you can make it directly or utilize your membership with AmCham. So,
hey, Danny, before we do that, because I have to leave in a few minutes, but so I wanted to really thank everyone for attending. I know we had a very good participation. I think I'm very happy to see very strong and experienced companies joining AmCham. This is, in general, I mean, this is something we want to push, which is quality over quantity, and I think this demonstrates. I'm really impressed by the quality of our new members and seeing all the important partners that they have developed a relationship with. So I feel encouraged, and I think this is exactly where we want to take AmCham to make it a stronger network, right? And so thank you all, and looking forward to more events, hopefully in person at some point. But you know, we need to hold firm. So bye-bye.
Thank you, Olivier, for having you here. And I will echo your words by saying that you're more than welcome to get engaged, activate yourself with our committees, because this is the true lungs of the chamber in order to make a national-wide impact on certain areas, and as well as in events and other collaboration activities. So in 5, 3, 4, 1, 7, we are going to breakout sessions.